You might have to cut from that wedding.
Bro, it's mad, you know. Oh, it's in New
Like
York.
you got food. Yeah, okay, it's in New York.
That's all right. So it'll be early AM. Look, someone sent the thing. Look, man said, yeah.
Apparently,
Man said he grew a set overnight. It's official. I'm taking this little Fury's head off. Amanda Serrano and I dual main event at the Mecca of boxing. Official press conference and tickets on sale this Wednesday. Rotted. Oh my days. Hey, Fury's getting knocked out. I can't wait, blood. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, we're definitely doing a watch along for this, people. I don't care, blood. Man, I'll go wedding. I might still be in my suit, blood, when I get home in my tux, fam. We're doing the watch along. No, them ones that we're doing the watch along for this one. I'm telling you, I can't wait for this fight, bro. Like Tommy Fury is getting knocked out cold. He's a big lump in it. He's getting put to sleep.
What round do you think?
They're big guys. Is it a 6-rounder, guys? Is it a 6-rounder? 1 second. Is it a 6-rounder? Have they announced it, or is it an 8-rounder? It won't be a 12-rounder, I don't think, because it's like an exhibition or something like that. Is it an 8-rounder? 8-rounder. Okay. 8-rounder. I'm saying Fury gets stopped in 6. I think, yeah. I think 5 or 6 he gets stopped, I believe. 5 or 6. You know what it is, yeah, with Fury, yeah, he's stiff and he doesn't have the cardio. Like, he's very muscle bound, innit? Like, so Jake Paul's a very good athlete, like, and his brother as well. They got very good genetics. Do you know what I mean? So I think, yeah, his stamina and his power will just carry a bit later, and I think he'll stop him late, man. I think he'll stop him late. Yeah, I think he'll stop him late, man. 5-6, I reckon. Do you know what I mean? 3 rounds, I don't think so. The reason why I don't think 3 rounds, guys, is because Fury's going to be very scared, innit? Because he's got a lot to lose. It's the family name, innit? So I think the first couple rounds are going to be very cagey. He's not going to throw many punches. He's going to stay on the outside. But someone that big, like, bro, the amount of energy it takes to just stay out of the way, he'll slow down eventually, innit? And he'll walk onto a chicken zinger for sure. Like, so I think, I think nothing happens before the 4th round. I'll be very surprised if anything happens before the 4th round. I think it's going to be very cagey. Very cagey. What are you saying, Matisse, bro?
Bro, Joshua Usyk is the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
that's the one. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was hoping that Usyk would get Fury at some point. But then Fury's obviously said that he's retiring. Do you really think he's done?
No, but Fury said he would come out of retirement for the winner of that fight, depending on the money that was available. That's what he said. He said, give me 500 million and I'll come out of retirement. Fury ain't retired. Fury's just waiting for the right cash offer to come in and he'll come back, bro. He's a money man.
He says he's not, though. Says he's not a money man.
Fury says that, but then he walks around in them loud Versace shirts and that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Fury's very much a money man. Don't let anything he says fool you, bro. Like, he's a money man, innit? You know them ones. So, like, bro, he wears suits everywhere, bro. Like, come on now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's getting no 500 mil.
Yeah, he's not. He wants that Floyd Mayweather money to come out of retirement. And to be fair, like, he's probably the biggest entertainer in boxing at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So he probably thinks, yo, I want that Mayweather money, innit? Because he's getting to the end of his career.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it depends on the game plan. I can't lie. Like, Usyk, you know, like I said with football, skills pay bills, innit?
Yeah, he's very skillful, that guy.
He's pound for pound one of the most skillful fighters in boxing. So if Usyk, if it becomes skill level versus skill level, then Joshua doesn't stand a chance. I believe that he could even get stopped this time. The reason why I believe he could get stopped this time is because I think that the initial fear factor, just because of the size, once you get in the ring with someone and you realize that they can't hurt you, I think the confidence that you get from that means that you can walk them down a bit more, just like the Fury Wilder 2. Once Fury got knocked down twice by Wilder and still got back up. He was like, well, actually, I can take his power. Like, so I don't need to really respect him as much as I did last time, you know?
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe that because Usyk knows that he can hurt AJ now, and he probably knows that AJ's too slow to hurt him.
Yeah.
I think that it might give him a bit more confidence and he might be a bit more aggressive from the start. So the only way AJ can win this is if he turns it into a fight, into like a blow for blow thing. Because obviously AJ hits harder than him. So it's one of them ones where if he turns it into a punch up and doesn't allow Usyk to block to box and he actually walks him down, he has a chance because he hits very hard in it and he's a big guy. But then there's a danger of him punching himself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I still have Usyk to win the rematch.
I'd probably favour Usyk as well. I think this is a big fight for AJ, man. If AJ loses this, then I don't think he can. First of all, he can kiss that Fury big headline event in England goodbye, probably, because that's not going to happen. You'd have to climb back up.
I think Fury would still take the fight, but Fury would fuck him over in the contract negotiations because he'd be like, "Cool, you've lost 3 times. I want 70% of the purse." You know.
I don't think Joshua wants to give off that image that he's the second rate. He's always been obviously Fury's obviously a big one, you know, the biggest right now in England. But Joshua's always had that vibe around him that he's the go-to guy in British boxing. Do you know what I mean?
He is though. His numbers speak for themselves.
Exactly. But when you, it's like McGregor a bit. When you lose.
The aura disappears.
When you lose a couple too many times in this fighting game, your aura goes. Like Conor McGregor doesn't have the aura anymore. He really doesn't. He doesn't have the aura. Maybe for some people he does. For me, he really doesn't have the aura. I don't buy anything that McGregor's selling. Anything he says, I'm not buying it because every time he goes into that octagon, he's getting slapped up. So it's the same with Joshua.
It's WWE now, isn't it? Like, man, no, it's not real. You don't believe it.
You don't believe it. Like, it's not really like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to, you might have to actually join WWE. Who's the female fighter that did that? What's Ronda Rousey. If I might have to do a Ronda Rousey and go and team up with The Rock or something. Do you know what I mean? Go and do that because I'm not buying it. So it's kind of, you know, Joshua could get to that point if he doesn't start racking up a win against one of these big boys. So I think
but this is exactly where we go with the same football analogies that we're giving with Lukaku. It's like Lukaku and the likes of Salah and that. Skills pay bills. Do you know what I'm saying? And Usyk's skills, as much as AJ's at the top of the game, well, he was at the top of the game and he had all the belts, you can't rate man as a world-class boxer because fundamentally, you can see that you don't have this talent and the skill set of someone of a Usyk or a Fury or a Lennox. And this is exactly why, stats don't mean anything because he can have all the belts and still not be a top boxer. Like, we've seen it. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's a good boxer, but he's not a top level technician.
I remember people used to actually like say, could he beat Fury? Now nobody will dare say that.
No, I think he's got a puncher's chance, just like he's got a puncher's chance against Usyk, but that's all he's got. Do you know what I'm saying?
You like, would bet on a puncher's chance. That's the thing, isn't it?
Nah, bro. No, I would bet on a puncher's chance. I would personally. If they fought, I would put money on him for the simple fact that I know how much I'll make back.
Exactly. Not because you actually think he's gonna win, just because you know the odds.
Yeah, but this is it. Because, bro, like, I'm gonna be real, it's like when you look at Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury is like Usain Bolt. He's an anomaly, bro. Like, he's an anomaly, in the sense that someone that's 6'5" should not be able to have the mechanics to be sprinting and winning sprints because his levers are longer. He starts poor. His mechanics are poor, but because he's so genetic, he's a genetic freak. It just makes up for that. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at Tyson Fury, he's got mad long legs, long arms, fat belly, like, and he moves like a ballerina, and he shouldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's just a genetic freak. So really, there's no equalizer for that except for one bang that he might not see in it. Like when Wilder caught him with the one bang. Do you know what I'm saying? So the same way Wilder can catch man with a one bang, if Wilder can catch Fury, Joshua can definitely catch Fury because Wilder doesn't set up his punches with a jab or anything, whereas Joshua does put his hands together in it. So Joshua could catch him if he gets complacent. But if Fury gets in there with his mind super sharp and he's at the top of his game, there's nothing Joshua can do. There's nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, it's all about the context of the situation. If he comes in there and he goes, yeah, he's a bum dosser, like I'm going to knock him out in 2 rounds, and he gets complacent, he could get caught. But the Fury that I've seen now, that's been training in the States and stuff like that, there's a very, very small chance that he's going to be complacent and get caught. I just don't see it. So, of course, Joshua can knock him out. Like, I've seen it in heavyweight boxing. Like, I saw Hasim Rahman knock out Lennox Lewis. I've seen it. Do you know what I'm saying? But then I saw Lewis here in the rematch absolutely destroy him. So, it's one of them ones. Of course, he can get him. Of course, he can. Do you know what I mean? But
heavyweight boxing and anything.
It's heavyweight boxing. It's worth putting money on if they fight, because the odds will be so heavily stacked in Fury's favor that I would put down money on Joshua still.
I just don't see complacency with Fury right now. You see how we saw that complacency with Joshua against Ruiz in the first fight? That was nothing but complacency. But I don't see that with Fury. I just see...
Yeah, but also but there was context to that fight as well, because remember Ruiz took that fight at short notice and Joshua didn't really know what he was getting himself into. So do you know what I mean? It's hard when man take a fight at short notice, because the difference is, as a fighter, imagine you've done your whole training camp expecting a certain test, and then someone throws something completely different in there with you. And then on top of that, Ruiz has very, very, very fast hands. Like, he's got like hands with like middleweight hand speed, but he's a heavyweight. So I understand why Joshua had problems with him in the first fight, because he didn't know what he's getting himself into. Like, so he just had to download the information and then come back and then completely just outboxed him in the second fight. So, bruv, like, boxing's strange, innit? Like, that's why you can't really rule certain man out, because styles make fights, innit? It's the most common saying in boxing. That you never know. But I think Tommy Fury gets knocked out. Obviously, the Fury name and all these things, I don't think it matters. I think he gets knocked out. I think Usyk stops AJ in...
I think it will go on for a while.
Yeah, I reckon he stops AJ between round 10 and round 12. I think he stops him late. Because we seen, AJ was hanging on for his life in the last fight.
And Usyk's ready to go the distance.
And if Usyk stepped it up sooner, he could have got him out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think between round 10 and round 12, I believe that Usyk stops him TKO, because AJ always gets back up. That's one thing. But I think he'll overwhelm him. Do you know what I'm saying? With like just punches. When he can't defend himself no more, and the ref stops it. And also, because AJ's not the champion now, the ref don't have to give him every possible chance to keep fighting. Do you know what I mean? They always give the champion like every single possible like chance to come back in it. Yeah, if he's getting peppered, bam, 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 and he's not replying like what was happening in the last fight, I think the ref can just say, yeah, all right, cool, you're getting battered.
Yeah. It's not your belt to defend.
That's it. So that's it. So I think the late stoppage. So yeah, that would be beautiful.